Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's 1 million by 1 million strategy roundtable for entrepreneurs. 1M by 1M, as you know, is the first and only global virtual accelerator for technology startups. We run it from Silicon Valley, but our footprint is around the world. As you can see, we are around the world here. This is the 642nd free 1M by 1M mentoring session. We've been doing this since 2008. And it started with a little experiment that then blossomed into something quite big, quite significant, and we've made a lot of impact and done a lot of work in the startup ecosystem through this virtual incubator accelerator model. The event is being recorded. Every single recording is available on our YouTube channel, 1M1M Roundtables. On Twitter, we're at 1M by 1M and at Romana. These are the call-in instructions. We have scheduled pitches first, 3 of them, so no discussion until we're done with those. The discussions are going to be with the entrepreneurs pitching. Now, remember one thing, we are completely on your side. Whether you're pitching today or you will pitch at a follow-on session, this is a safe working session. I have no other agenda but to help you accelerate your journey, remove your roadblocks, etc. If you disagree with my feedback, that's okay. Don't feel bad. It's fine. It's your venture. But remember, I'm giving you whatever feedback I'm giving you on the basis of a lot of experience. So take it seriously, consider what you're hearing, and do something about it. All right, we are going to start with Ceren, crowdsourced international delivery platform. So Ceren, come unmute your line and let's get started.
Thank you very much. We can start with the next slides. My name is Ceren, by the way, as you say. More than 25% of shoppers would abandon a cart online if the same-day delivery shipping wasn't available. So the key for online shipping is fast delivery. That's why actually Amazon founded Flex, and Rodi was funded $62 million before it exited to UPS company. Next slide, please. Meet Joe, who travels 2 times per month cross borders, and if he can afford plane tickets more, he wants to travel and enjoy new cultures more. Next slide, please. Our platform helps online retailers deliver their items with travelers. Travelers earn money while carrying these goods. Next slide, please. According to World Tourism Organization, we know that 1.4 billion people travel internationally. And according to McKinsey, we know the courier, express, and parcel delivery market is $20 billion. Next slide, please. So far, we have 20,000 travelers and we delivered 10,940 items. Next slide, please. So how do we earn money? Imagine a product price costs $1,000. The travelers get $100 by carrying this item cross borders, and we take $40. We invoice directly to the retailer, $140. We collect the money from the retailer, and as soon as the traveler drops the item off, we give the money to the traveler's fee to the traveler. Next slide, please. Our main target is to reach $105 million in 2026. Next slide, please. And we are raising $1.2 million, 700,000 already committed, and we are planning to spend the money of 50% for development, 25% for operation, and 25% for marketing. Thank you very much. This is my last slide.
First and foremost, it's great that you are already doing this business. So what kind of revenues are you generating?
Actually, around 3,000 to 5,000, we are aiming to get $1,000. We have our currency is Turkish lira, so it is around 60,000 Turkish liras. It is going up to let's say 125,000 Turkish liras. So our main average is around $1,000 to $5,000 between. We have seasonality.
$5,000 in what, a month?
A month, yes. Monthly basis.
Okay, so then my first comment to you is that this is not credible. In the summer of 2024, if you are in the $1,000 to $5,000, revenue, monthly revenue threshold, there is no way you're going to close that year at $11 million. And there is absolutely no way you're going to get to 2026, $105 million. It is not doable,
Can I ask you a question?
Of course. That's why you're here, to ask me.
Thank you very much. Sometimes the internet is not good, so if I interrupt your speech, please stop me so I can listen better. So right now we made contracts with two big e-commerce companies. Okay. We are testing the market for carrying 4,000 packages per month. Our product is able to scale up. We have enough travelers. We are making both B2B contracts with travel agencies, airplane companies, and also on the other side with the retailers as well. Two big e-commerce companies, we are making an agreement. With this one of them, we will be having 4,000 package deliveries with a revenue of $60,000. So our numbers are scaling up quite drastically.
Yeah, but $60,000 a month.
We will be testing. If we manage to get that in 1 month, we will be going up to 100,000 packages with a revenue of $1.5 million per month. You are right, we cannot maybe achieve our goal of $11 million till the end of this year. But with the two companies, with the contracts that we are signing, it is not an MRR, but with the contracts that we are signing, if we can manage to do the traction of these packages, we can invoice. The retailer are agreeing, they agreed already to give us the total amount of $1.45 million per month as a revenue. And if we can manage to do the tractions, we will receive these monthly basis. However, you are right, we haven't done.
But those numbers do not add up, right? 11 million, 45 million, 105 million, those numbers don't add up. Even if you do 1.5 million,
with two companies,
is a big question mark. You're not getting to $11 million this year. There's no way you're going to get to $11 million this year. So my point is, if you're trying to raise money, somebody must have told you this, that you should present numbers that are credible and defensible.
Actually, we have a very detailed financial report, and if you may have time, we really would like to go through with you with that Excel of ours, because depending on our contracts, we try to do a kind of forecast, and these are the actual numbers.
You have to find, you can have retailer contracts, but you have to find consumers, travelers who are going to carry these packages.
Yes, with that side, we are making contracts as well with airplane companies, with travel agencies. That's actually how Rodi scaled up as well. So,
yeah. Airplane companies are going to help you sell to their customers?
Yes, with the help of the airplane companies, we will be making a contract which will be helpful for the travelers. So they will have either to get money payback if they rent their luggage to us, or if they carry their items, if they carry our items with them. And also they will get certain plane ticket discounts, or some will be getting some benefits of the airplane company. So we are making a kind of let's say, revenue sharing model with the airplane companies, and also with the tourism agencies and ticketing companies. We already did with booking.com.
None of this gives me confidence that things are going to scale at this rate. That's all the point. You can just file away what I just said. There is no way you're going to go to $100 million in 3 years. And in 2.5 years, it's not going to happen. So you don't need to. What investors are looking for is how you go from 0 to $100 million in 5 to 7 years. So you don't need to set yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for failure right now. There's no need to do that. So if you're getting retailers, it's going to take you time to figure out all the logistics of it, all the operational details of how retailers work with you, how you acquire the customers, how you work with the airlines and tour agencies, whatever is your customer acquisitions, whatever is your traveler acquisition strategy. None of it is going to happen like this. It's going to take time to figure all of these pieces out. There is absolutely no way this call is going to be recorded and it's going to be on our YouTube channel. You come back in 2026 and check that, and I can guarantee you, I'm willing to bet on it that you're not going to make these numbers. So why set yourself up for that kind of failure? There's no need. You know, companies, venture funded companies need to go from 5 to 7 years to $100 million. Just set it up such that you have a realistic path forward. Don't set yourself up for failure. And figure out what category of merchandise are people willing to carry. Because there is this, this fear. If you ask me as a traveler, I've traveled a lot. I'm actually trying to travel a little bit less right now because I'm, tired from traveling too much. I am not going to do this because I don't want the hassle of being accountable for what's in my luggage. And the security issues here are pretty significant because when you are checking in, they will ask you, do you know what's in your luggage? Well, I don't.
You do, actually. So our platform, when you enter the application, you state which country to which country you are going to, and when you are going to, also how many luggage space you have. As soon as our algorithm receives your flight details, we match you with, our algorithm matches you with the retailer's items. You see the items. You can say, yes, I want to carry electronics, cosmetics, or branded items, baby care, whatever you say, okay. And you see which items you will be carrying. When you approve the items, we send the item directly to your home. You open up the box.
Understood.
You see the item, you take the picture, and
here's why you're going to face friction. Because it is not normal behavior. You're asking consumers to change behavior, which is okay. Airbnb was a change in behavior. Uber was a change in behavior. Behavior change happens, but it takes time. So the good news here is that there is a comparable that has been a successful venture funded companies with a successful exit. So that's good. Now, the question you're going to get based on that comparable is, where is the gap in the market? So if this comparable, this is UPS is doing it because this company has been acquired by UPS. So how are you going to, why is a retailer going to choose to do a deal with you and not with UPS?
Yes, actually, our main target is to exit one of the Aramex, DHL, or UPS kind of company, and we just signed an agreement with one of the big logistics companies, and we become their agent. That's actually how we are scaling up as well. So our main strategy is like Rodi does to UPS. We just signed a contract with one of the big logistics companies, which is in MENA region, Europe, and Turkey. That's why actually we are doing a
regional differentiation
in a different market. Yes,
it's a regional differentiation. Okay, fair enough. I think this business looks interesting, definitely, and you're executing well. You have a validated business with a good comparable in the market. All those are good points. The part that I don't buy is this kind of velocity, because I don't see this kind of velocity. This is a very rare velocity, and I wouldn't set yourself up for failure. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
So I just wanted to add some slides if there are any kind of questions. Backup slides, yes.
You have a lot of competitors. Okay. Well, regional differentiation, I guess what you need to do in the competition slide is to help people understand in what region will you be operating. That's your primary differentiator. And is there direct competition in that region?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, let's go to, you can ask more questions later if you want. Let me go to the next presenter. Ooh. Is that another pitch?
Yes, I am.
All right, Jose, go ahead.
Thanks. Name is Jose Luis Lecona. I'm from Mexico City. I study in the USA. So I am part of that people that was studying in the USA when the Twin Towers has been collapsed. Then, because of that, I have to return to Mexico. But before return to Mexico, the people that give me the opportunity to study in the United States told me, hey, before you go back to Mexico, start doing your own business. Why? Because you don't have customers. You only have associate investors with interest in common. What is that interest in common? Next slide, please. Well, the main interest in common is that all of them are importers and exporters, but at the same time are a small business, Mexican small business. Then they already need to hedge the value of the Mexican peso against the US dollar. Even though there are a lot of financial institutions that already have that kind of services, they used to ask for a lot of money in order to hedge the positions. In that way, I start thinking about, hey, if I am the vehicle in order to allow them to hedge the value of the Mexican peso against the US dollar according to their own budget, it could be a nice idea. If I start doing that in my country, I can help a small business to grow up. In that way, I return to Mexico City and start working. Why we decide to start doing business in the USA stock market? Because of the value of operations. It is bigger than the Mexican one. Just in order to put it in context, just one stock listed, even though in New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ, already have more value rather than the whole Mexican stock market.
This pitch already, you've spoken for a couple of minutes and I don't understand what you're doing. So who is the customer? What is the value proposition? What are you doing?
Yes, next slide, please.
This one or the next one?
Next slide, please. Okay, thank you. In that way, what it is my business proposal? As to a small business to start working as an integrate company. In that way, we are working all together and we are a bigger unity of business because all of them used to be involved in international trade and business. Next slide, please. We start doing business with the help with different business organizations, some of them international and some of them national. For example, Connect Americas, that it is an initiative from the American Development Bank and the National Association of Importers and Exporters in order to help the members of the ecosystem of FX Global Management to grow up their business. Next slide, please. because they already need to fulfill certain points. We made several agreements in order to help them to fulfill the chapters 15th and 25th of the USMCA agreement. And then, next slide, please. We are helping them in order to get access to financial and product services in order to grow their business. For example, international factoring. In that way, they can sell in credit to their customers, international customers, and receive almost 90% of the invoice in less than 72 hours. Because we are start growing up, next slide, please. We are thinking about move our business model in order to start doing business as a equity crowd leasing platform created for the members of the ecosystem. Next slide, please. In that way, we are thinking about start doing that next semester, 2024, and consolidate the new business unit during 2025. In other words, we are thinking about move our business model from investment club to a financial services platform for cross-border trade, included in the next step, a crowd leasing platform. In that way, my question is, how make 1 million by 1 million help me to get my goal? Thank you.
So your pitch doesn't work. So the first thing 1 million by 1 million is going to tell you or help you is to give you some feedback on your business idea and your pitch.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do right now.
Okay.
You should never put blocks of text on slides. This is the most basic thing about presentation is you should put no more than 3 bullet points and that's it. So what is not clear in this is that what is it that you're offering to Mexican small businesses? Sounds like your target customer is Mexican small businesses. Is that correct or not?
Yes, you're right.
Okay, then you put one slide that says target customer is Mexican small businesses.
Okay.
And I think in all the blah, blah, blah that you said, I think I heard 2 expressions, 2 phrases that I could pick up that there is a value proposition around. It sounds like you're trying to offer receivable financing or factoring of invoices for Mexican small businesses to help with working capital. Is that correct?
Well, actually, I already have an agreement in order to help them to receive the factoring services. It's not a promise, it's a fact.
And how many Mexican small businesses are using this service?
I'm talking about with the members of the Mexican Association of Importers and Exporters. They are about 5,000 members.
Okay, so one of your value propositions is factoring of invoices.
Among other financial services.
Yeah, but you can't do too many things at once. As a startup, this is the first feedback I will give you. If you try to do too many things at once, you're going to fail in all of them. So just building a factoring business, invoice factoring business, catering to small businesses is going to take you several years before you can do other services. So just build that business. So if you net it out in all these slides that you took us through, all the things that you said, there's something very simple here. You are targeting Mexican small businesses that do cross-border business with the United States, and you are helping them with invoice factoring using an American partner. That's your business. So then now with that beginning, you start building this business. And there are steps in how to build that business and how to go about putting one step before the other. And that's what you need to learn how to do is build that business. Okay?
Okay. I appreciate your help. Thank you.
Welcome. Gopal, you're next.
Yes. Thanks for the time, Shamana. Yeah, let me give you a brief introduction about just everything. It's a multimodal AI-driven blockchain integrated platform where we are providing on-demand services and medical mobility services. Next slide, please. Okay. I am Gopal, and I'm the CEO and founder for Just Everything, and I am my teammate Manu Arera. Is the co-founder and CTO, and I'm my other co-founder, come business advisor, Steve Pisiota. Next slide, please. So the main problem which problems which we are addressing here is inefficient cargo transportation in metropolitan areas, limited access to in rural areas for the essential goods, and this is something which is very personal to me, and there is no proper home hemodialysis services rather in USA or nor in India. So
So what are you talking about? Inefficient cargo transportation in metropolitan areas? Where is the medical in this? Is this medical?
No. See, we are providing. We are providing two services here. One is cargo transportation. The other one is medical hemodialysis services. That's a separate service. Why I started this is because of my experience in my family. So that's a separate service which we're going to do, but not at the first phase. We're going to get the funding, and we're working on the development of the technology and the machinery itself to do the hemodialysis service. So we're working on it.
Foremost, you cannot start a business after you get funding. If that's your idea, that's not going to happen.
No, not my idea. My idea is, see, the third problem, what we are gonna do is we're gonna do that in a phase wise. First phase will be cargo transportation, where we're gonna do the pilot program by this month in India, Chennai, and we're gonna launch a pilot program in Phoenix in August. Post that, we're gonna launch. Probably a year time, 1 year time. We're gonna do the medical mobility service also. So, okay,
I
let me
don't
go.
think any of this makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
These are disjointed businesses in disjointed geographies. There is no structure to how you're building this company. You're kind of shooting from the hip. I'm going to do this, that, and that because I have some personal issue with this medical condition. This is not how to build a business. You have to choose one value proposition, focusing on one customer segment, and start validating that customer segment and building a business. So what is that one thing that you can do? And it will take you 7 years to build that one business.
True that.
You're not going to do 3 businesses anytime soon. You're going to do one.
I got it. That is true. That is 100% true.
Just like
anyway.
I told Jose just now, is that factoring business is going to take him 10 years to build. So what is that one thing that you're going to do? Do it really well. How does this begin? How do you validate that? How do you start getting into paying customers and so on and so forth? Tell me that.
The first thing, okay.
What is the value proposition? Can you just, the slides are terrible. Tell me in an elevator pitch mode, what is your business? What is that first business that you're going to do? What is that?
The cargo transportation services. We are developing application.
Cargo transportation services. What does that mean? My father has done his career in shipping. I know a lot about transportation. Tell me.
Okay.
And it's a very large industry that happens in multimodal transportation, all kinds of, there's road, there's rail, there is ship, there is air. We saw a transportation pitch earlier. Ceren put a pitch together, which was very precise. Her pitch is a transportation logistics pitch, but it's very precise. Tell me precisely what is your pitch. Cargo transportation is not a pitch. That is not an elevator pitch.
See, okay. See, the main reason. Okay, maybe this slide.
Who is your customer? Let's start at the very basic level. Who is the customer?
Okay, manufacturing companies, industrial base, seaports, airports. We have B2B customers. We have B2C customers. We have cement plants.
If there are too many types of customers, that means you haven't positioned your company.
Not the way. I mean, what do you think?
You need to be very specific about what is the type of customers. In Karen's case, she's going after retailers in cross-border transportation through air travelers. So tell me, what is your specific
road transportation? Road transportation via trucks. Transportation via trucks or the other major customers for us.
Road transportation via trucks.
Yeah.
And where is the value proposition that you are providing? What do you do in that cycle?
So we develop an application where the customer can book his cargo delivered. I mean, he can list his load in the marketplace which we are building. And
so you're trying to build a two-sided marketplace for road transportation via trucks.
Yes.
So if you could just say that as your elevator pitch, that is an elevator pitch. All these things that you've been saying for the last 3, 4, 5 minutes is irrelevant. What you're trying to do is a two-sided marketplace for road transportation via trucks.
Exactly. So
that already starts to put lots of constraints around your business. Who books road transportation in a marketplace model? Ports don't do that. Ports are a pass-through. Ports are not putting that.
Ports. I'm generally telling about ports. You see, in ports you have CFCs. I mean, your warehouses. You have a lot of shipments coming in. I mean, going out every day.
Yes, the shipments come into ports, but ports are not determined.
It goes outside. No, we are not targeting the ports here. We are targeting the.
Well, I asked you who's your customer. You said ports.
Oh,
you said B2B
okay.
ports. So I want you to be very precise and very specific on who is your customer. Do you have experience in shipping and logistics? Do you have any background?
Yeah. See, I'm from. We do raw material transportation business. My dad is doing it for almost 3 decades now. So we know what is happening.
Your dad is doing it. What have you been doing?
No, I'm not into this, but I'm developing the technology for it.
But do you know anything about this business?
I know look and corner of it.
My father had a specific training in chartered shipbroking. That is a specific.
What we do
I
is.
can't say my father did it for 40 years. That's why I know everything about it. I don't know anything about it. I can't do that.
No. What I want to say is that what we do is we transport raw materials from one place to a cement manufacturing company. So we are road transportation.
Constrain that and try to understand the workflow of how that market operates. If you're talking about a two-sided vertical marketplace in raw material shipment from suppliers to manufacturers, that is a positioning. That is a reasonable positioning.
So that is one of the customer. That is only one of the customer.
No, that is not only one of the customers. You need to zero in on a customer base that you can work with. You cannot boil the ocean. You can't say everybody and your mother and their mother is your customer.
Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Shravana. See, you are using an application for Uber. Uber, there is a market. I mean, a dispatch engine. What we are building actually. Uber, where customer books application from point A to point B. Okay.
Uber is incredibly specific. Uber is a taxi alternative through an app, and they've always been that. They haven't started.
So that is what.
They're not saying they're transporting raw materials from here to there.
See,
Uber
that is
is
what
scale
we are
maker.
no. That is what we are trying to do. What we are doing is, say if there is a manufacturing company, cement company, or industrial bay, for example. Okay, there's a truck needed for it, and there is a load available in Chennai, and there is a truck needed in Bangalore. I mean, in Chennai, I mean, it has to go from Chennai to Bangalore. Okay, someone can book this. I mean, the customer can book the application. Using the application, he can book the. He can see the load available in Chennai, and he can come to the Chennai, and he can use the application. That is the main feature what we are trying to provide here.
Okay, so then your elevator pitch is you're trying to be the Uber for
Cargo transportation. Cargo transportation. Yes.
That's an elevator pitch also.
Yeah. That should work. Yes.
But look at the slide that we have up here. B2C, business to consumers, and B2B, business to business market type. What the hell? That is nothing.
B2C, like say for example, you are shifting your household goods.
No, that's
okay.
a different business. I wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. You can't do that. Those are different businesses. Moving companies operate different businesses. That's not B2C. If a B2C company is going to not directly book a truck like that, they're going to, because there's moving services that goes along with it.
I got it. Let me, what I will do is I think I need to rephrase.
You need to narrow things down. This is too broad. Look at market areas, seaports, airports. Come on. Who books trucks? The port does not book the truck. You have to understand how that market operates, the shipping market operates. The port handles the logistics of taking things off ships, putting them on trucks. They don't book trucks. The truck booking, the ship booking, all this happens by other people. There are agents, there are brokers, there are all kinds of service providers.
See, I want to tell you this also. See, we want to replace the commission agents via our application. So that is one of the main thing what we wanted to provide here.
You will not succeed in doing that. You have to work with somebody. Then you have to work with the direct customers. The port does not do these bookings. The port should not be your customer. The port does not feature in your workflow. Port is not booking trucks.
Yeah, I got it.
No. Port is not booking trucks.
I will rephrase it.
Not booking ships. Airport is not booking trucks. This your pitch has no positioning. This is the problem.
I got it.
Okay, so there is something in there, and I don't know what the competitive landscape is. Is there no Uber for cargo trucks right now? Okay, you need to research that. Is there an Uber for cargo trucks? That's what you're proposing to do.
Exactly.
Ports don't feature in that. Airports don't feature in that. What features in that are people who are, the manufacturers feature in that, because the manufacturers book trucks to ship their goods from their manufacturing facility to, or they're receiving. Manufacturers are not even, they're receiving. The manufacturers are receiving raw materials. Manufacturers are shipping finished goods to their customers. So that, in that sense, the manufacturers can be your customers. The raw material providers can be your customers. The manufacturers can be your customers. But I mean, anyway, this needs a lot of work. It's all over the place, completely all over the place. And hemodialysis has absolutely no bearing on anything that we're talking about. Zero. This is really all over the place. So sorry to be brutal, but this is a terrible pitch.
No, I got it. This is the first time I'm speaking to someone about this pitch. I will definitely rephrase everything according to what we need, and we will do it. So that is what I want to work on.
About what Gopal I love about you is that you are receptive to that feedback. It is, difficult to take feedback, right? I'm giving you straight up feedback that this is something that needs a lot of work, but I'm giving you the steps of how to go about doing it. So I'm going to give you more of that in the next segment. I will explain to you how to use 1 million by 1 million and, you know, accelerate your journey and kind of start to zero in on a methodology.
Okay, that's
So
great.
before I do that, if you like this approach, I am being very, very candid and very direct about what I'm seeing as problems in your presentation. And, you know, in 2 out of the 3 pitches today, it's kind of all over the place, right? So if you want to extract the positioning out of an all over the place situation, you're going to need to really kind of get rid of all the fluff and really get into the essence of what is it that you do. And that is critical.
Shamana, if I can ask, if I can, interrupt in, what we are going to do is we are going to do a pilot in Chennai, probably by.
No, that doesn't matter. Just stop for a second.
Okay.
Let me finish explaining what to do. I understood that, but your pitch is so all over the place, nobody will be able to get to anything.
I got it.
That's reasonable. So my point is, if you like this approach, this direct approach, please refer 1M to other people who are interested in working with us.
Sure.
Everything resource-wise is at 1M1M.com, and I'm going to point to you what you can use for your particular situation. So listen carefully. First, foremost, you can read the blog. The blog is very rich. It has lots of case studies, and you will learn just by reading the blog. There's an Entrepreneur Journeys book series on Amazon. Everything is available digitally. There are 12 volumes of case study-based books. You can start your learning there. These roundtables happen every week almost. You are welcome to come and work with me at these roundtables, but you can do these kinds of interactive pitches once for free. After that, the same mode of discussion can happen on a weekly basis. You can come and talk to me as many times as you want, but you need to be in the premium program. That is our full acceleration program. And I can take your situation, Gopal, and clean it up through the program and through our methodology. But you're going to have to do the work within the framework of our program. You have to learn the methodology. You have to study the curriculum. You have to frame your business in the way that we suggest and we recommend, and then we can, help you. And I think it would be tremendously valuable for you to apply methodology to your situation. The same with Jose. If you're trying to understand how to build a business, please follow the methodology, and that's what's going to help you, really zero in on a clear business strategy. There is a 1M self-assessment on the website that is available for free. This is based on questions that investors ask you. I suggest you ask these questions of yourselves because you are the first and most important investor in your own business, because you're signing up years of your life to do this, right? So you're going to sign up 5-10 years of your life to do this. You better know what you're doing, why you're doing what you're doing. There is a bootstrapping course, free bootstrapping course pinned to the top of the blog on our website. Do that. It's less than 1 hour long. You will have to, don't assume you're going to get funded. You're going to have to bootstrap for a while to get to a level of validation where funding is possible. Without that, you will not get very far. There's also a lot of learning material that we have released on Udemy, more than 80 courses from 1M on our Udemy. You can study those courses. Maureen, could you provide the link to the coupons? And especially, could you provide the link to the methodology section, the methodology coupons in a separate link so that people can find links to positioning courses, validation courses, etc., which are very important for your stage of development. Also, you can just go to 1M Basic and study the entire curriculum there. at $99 a month. That's another way you can access the 1M curriculum. And I strongly recommend that you do a good solid 100 hours worth of curriculum work and start narrowing down and defining your business in a more logical, systematic way so that you know how to build this business. So go to the website, look at premium, basic, FAQs, video FAQs, and see how 1M works. The curriculum is described in a lot of details. Look at that. Our curriculum is case study based. So for example, if you're doing a two-sided marketplace, we have lots of curriculum on how to build two-sided marketplaces, lots of case studies, lots of very specific guidance on how to do two-sided marketplaces, two-sided vertical marketplaces, etc. So, you know, you need to learn from what people have done before. All these things, we're in 2024. All these businesses, we know how to build because people have built them before and we have case studies of how they've built them. So you need to learn from them and not reinvent the wheel. Now, if you're looking for investor introductions, please look at the investor introductions section on the website and understand the policy. Our philosophy is do not go to investors as beggars, go as kings, which means you have to validate first by bootstrapping, bootstrap first, raise money later. Bootstrapping is a key element of how you become successful in the tech business today. So that's it. There are 3 more roundtables this month, free roundtables, and you're very welcome to come and share what you're doing and get my input. Be prepared to get direct input because I will not sugarcoat what's happening in your business because that's not the most efficient way for me to help you move forward. You need to move forward. You don't want to spin in place. You have to move forward. So the best way for me to help you move forward is to be candid with you. So we can go back to Q&A. Before we do that, if you have questions about the 1M program after this session, you're welcome to talk to Irina Patterson on our team, Irina at 1M1M.com. She can also get on the phone, WhatsApp, Skype with you, and you can decide if you want to join the program or not. I can take more questions now. So if anybody has more questions, I'm happy to take them.
I want to ask.
Yes, go ahead.
Thanks for your time, for providing your experience, mentorship, or what I can tell is that your suggestion and advice. What I want is, see, what I feel maybe I didn't project properly in written, or probably in the way what it has to be projected in the presentation or the pitch deck. But what we are thinking is we are bootstrapped. We are bootstrapped, and we have already developed the technology for what we are doing. So we're going to do a pilot program, as I said. We are going to do a pilot program in Chennai, and we want to see how this is going to reach a market. We're going to do the digital marketing to get the customers. And
this is not a digital marketing business.
Oh, yeah.
Digital marketing business. This is largely a B2B business where you have to go bring both sides of a two-sided marketplace to your marketplace and start making them transact. It's not
no, Shamana. What I wanted to tell you is that, see, I will come back to 1 million probably after my pilot. What is happening?
Yeah, but your pilot will not be successful if you don't do the pilot right.
What do you suggest? What do you suggest? What do you suggest here?
You need to be very specific on your positioning and then bring people around that positioning to the pilot. Your positioning all over the place. As a result, your pilot is going to fail.
So what do you mean by positioning? You want to target the correct audience?
There is a course on positioning. Look at this methodology courses link that Maureen has put in the public chat.
I got it.
There's a positioning course there. Go do that course.
Okay. Thank you.
You have to understand positioning. If you want to do a tech startup, you have to understand positioning. It's a requirement. You have to be able to position your company. Maureen, there are 2 two people who have their hands up who want to talk. Could you turn them into panelists so that they can talk?
Hello, good evening. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, MO2, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes. So my question is current company called Excellent Bridge, and we've been able to bootstrap for the past 5 years.
Okay. Go ahead. What's happening, MO2? Keep talking. Sean, Desmond, Adote, Alote, would you like to talk? Maybe MO2 must have lost connection. MO2 must have lost connection. Sean, would you like to talk? You need to unmute. Sean, your line is muted. Jose, by the way, you should also do the positioning course and really get a sense of what it's like to have something that is crisply positioned as opposed to
Hello,
being
can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, MO2.
Yeah, so I said, part of the organization called Excellent Bridge. So we're reaching out for VCs at the moment. We've been able to bootstrap for the past 5 years now and generated interesting revenues. So I was looking out to communicating with your organizations to reaching out to VCs.
Well, you need to be in the premium program to be introduced to VCs, and please go look at the investor introduction page on our website before you join the program to be introduced to VCs.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll do that.
You're welcome. Sean, would you like to ask your questions? Yes, go ahead.
My question is in the same line as the guy who just called.
Sorry?
My question is in the same line as the person who just called, who ended his call right now. I'm also with a company that's based in the UK, that's in the construction sector, and we are currently looking to upscale.
Okay.
Yes. We are
Remember
looking to
one
upscale.
thing, in 1 million by 1 million, we only do technology and technology-enabled services. So if it's a pure construction company, that's not in our
It's
expertise
actually
area.
a tech solution in the construction industry.
Okay, that's fine. That we do.
Yes. Yes.
That's fine. So if you're looking to work with 1 million by 1 million, as I said, premium is our full acceleration program. If you're looking to be introduced to investors, you have to be in premium.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Anybody
Okay.
else? Questions, comments?
I have a question.
Yes?
So we have been founded in 2019. However, unfortunately, pandemics came in, June 2019, we were founded.
Yeah.
And only in 6 months' time, we were generating monthly basis $5,000, but then pandemics came, and 2 years we couldn't do no delivery. We had the everybody had severe issues. However, we managed to stay alive. I mean, the company either sold like PCR tests to the travelers, health insurance, or something like that.
Yeah.
We even
We
created a
scrambled and
booklet.
stayed alive. That's great.
Yes, like a cockroach of Airbnb, like Brian Chesky had in his Stanford talk. So, and also Paul Graham, mentioned him. So we stayed alive, and then we returned back. Finally, we were starting to generate revenue. However, then came the big Turkish earthquake, which was 7.4. And our development team was severely injured, so we had to have a break for almost 1 year too. So we have these 3 gaps, and we are back again. And we again started to do the bootstrap and get our revenue back on track. And right now we are very happy that finally we signed the contracts and we will be scaling up. However, we cannot tell our story well enough, I think, because like we have done around $30,000, 10,000 package deliveries, 20,000 travelers. Yes, we have mentioned in the traction side, but how shall we build our story? Because this in this period we learned a lot. And yes, when you say with the target, maybe our dream, let's say, in the slides, it seems super not valid, but also super high growth that cannot be reached. So how can we manage to show our story better, and also maybe in 2030 reach our goal? But
there are very precise precedents and methodologies of how you tell an investor story. So your pitch deck is not an investor pitch deck. It doesn't have all the things that an investor pitch deck needs. If you want to work with me on your investor pitch deck or your pitch deck, you should join 1M and start working with me, and I will help you craft that story.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so you have to be in premium, and then we can work on it every week, and I will give you feedback and sharpen your story and help you figure that out. All right, anybody else? All right, looks like we are done. Everybody who wanted to talk, ask questions has gone through the questioning, and we will reconvene next week. Have a good week meanwhile, and make lots of progress. I'll see you soon. Bye.